Floyd Wallace lashes out at fans for lack of donations. Floyd Wallace went live on Saturday with a blunt statement for his fans. They haven't helped enough. He was down to a few $100s, and things were bleak as he was planning to save money by taking his next sexual conquest to McDonald's on a date later in the evening. He lashed out at his fans in his side chat, mercilessly banning longtime channel member Snow Travels for giving him a hard time in his side chat. He raged at the user, saying that he'd pay him back the money he owed him on his next YouTube payday and be finally done with him. Snow Travels, of course, was back in the room with a sock account within moments. Then Wallace reconsidered as Snow Travels as one of his main sources of income and unbanned him. In his anger, Wallace lashed out at his fans for the expectation that he should know Spanish in a Spanish-speaking country. He said that he tried to learn Spanish on his live streams by using a gaming-style learning app, but everyone complained that it was boring and not good content to feature. The YouTuber reminded his fans that he had learning disabilities and that he needed incentive to stick with anything long-term. In this case, donations from his fans to learn Spanish, to go out to clubs, and to meet women. Otherwise, he'd be content to lie in bed while live streaming. Wallace eventually was again angered by lack of funding from his fans. He tried to counter the lack of excitement in the room by offering strange things like various amounts for cold approaching women at a nightclub later in the night. Wallace went as far as to promise he'd get at least 3 numbers from women before giving up. After no takers for either offer, he soon offered immunity from banning and mod status to anyone for a year for an $80 donation to his Cash App. He got at least one pledge from that offer, and eventually, with the $100 needed to go to a club later in the night, he appeared to pledge that he would livestream from a club later that night. Of course, Wallace apparently decided not to go out later in the night, and the livestream disappeared from his channel and has been marked as private. Wallace would later release a blog featuring a bad date. He offered minimal commentary and no indication of what it was a date deemed bad. Wallace's only real commentary made it clear that he didn't pay his date to clean his Airbnb, as she volunteered to clean before he let her play on his VR headset. The rest of the video consisted of the pair waiting for her ride home, with Wallace uttering "what the fuck" as the video ended, leaving most of his fans to ask the same question. Wallace is expected to live stream again later today.